Hello.
Hi, this is the third time we've started this. Having lighting issues, etc. Amanda's incriminating herself.
Right, hi.
Saying things that she shouldn't be saying. So we've had to start again.
We're only a minute and 44 seconds in.
Only a minute and then she's ruining her life.
So we're starting again.
Okay, and that footage will never be... It'll be getting scrubbed. Or we could put it behind a paywall.
We could die.
But no, we can't. Welcome to Material Girl Podcast.
Welcome.
That sounded
If
like...
you're new here, welcome.
Welcome.
If you're old here, welcome back.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us again.
Welcome. Welcome's a funny word.
Is it? Welcome.
Aye, what does it even mean? I've never really thought about it before.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Come in.
Welcome. Welcome ahead. Is that what it means?
Welcome on. I don't know.
Welcome in.
Welcome.
Well, come.
No, I don't. It's first thing in the morning, by the way. Can I just say?
Wecklum. Remember that? It'd be,
Wecklum.
still game, wasn't it? Wecklum.
Aye, you know Jenna.
Hold on a minute, because I had something to say there.
Well, I'm saying something.
No. Can I just say, but whilst we're on the subject, to welcome?
That's what I talking about. What?
Aye, can I? But I'll
You
forget.
can. Okay, there you go.
I'll forget.
I'll forget about it, Jenna.
I hate when people say you're more than welcome, because I think you couldn't be any more no welcome.
I like, oh, you're more than welcome to come.
Oh, you didn't know about these
didn't
plans?
I?
No, you're more than welcome.
No, I wasn't welcome.
No,
You
if
should
I was
have
that
invited me, you
welcome.
cunt.
Aye. I hate when people say that, you're more than welcome, but I do say to people.
So do I, and I do mean it. I feel like
So
I
do
do
I.
mean it. But you're right. When people say it to me, they're being totally insincere.
Aye.
And
You're
they hate
more
me.
than
They hate me and they don't actually want me to be there.
It's the pure grandiosity of it and all. You're more than welcome.
You're more than welcome.
Pure no.
Oh no.
You're dead to me and I'm never speaking to you again.
Aye.
Don't say that to me. Maybe I should call my show that. You're more than welcome.
I actually said that to Amy Matthews the other night.
Aye, it's just like, just say, oh,
You're
you're
more than
welcome to come. That's
You're
even
welcome
better.
to come.
Or else,
I'm
don't
sorry,
even say welcome. What century is it?
I want you to come. I know, I was talking about my Taylor party and obviously Amy's not into Taylor.
Amy hates Taylor Swift.
So they hate her.
Aye, she does. We've had conversations.
Well, that's not what she said to me.
Is she still welcome at the Taylor Swift party?
You know what, because I like Amy more than I
I'm hurt.
dislike people who hate Taylor.
Well, listen.
She just said she doesn't get it, and that's fine, I get that.
Aye.
But if you lied to me and you actually hate her, then you're just a wee bit welcome now, alright?
You're no more than welcome. You're kinda welcome.
Well, she obviously was like, nah, I'm good. So so that's fine. But I did
Lucky her.
mean it. You don't need to come? Wow, man. You put on a nice time for some people and they just...
Amanda, is it a nice time? Haven't you listened to Taylor's?
You had a brilliant time. You were actually surprised at how much fun you had last time.
I'm only joking. Of course. For me, it's all about spending time with my good friend. It's less about the Taylor Swift. I do appreciate the effort, though.
Yeah.
The commitment to the team.
The commitment to the bit is, I'm just doing it if it's just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to commit to these things.
Yeah.
Don't half-ass a themed party.
Oh,
Don't
no.
do that.
No, don't.
Right, okay. Anyway, welcome.
Wickham. Oh, Wickham.
Jenna, we were in a garden centre once and we were looking at doormats.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenna said she doesn't want a doormat that says welcome in case it invites in like evil spirits.
Because the evil spirits are going to be pure. Oh, see you later then.
No,
I'll
but
just
like
go.
there's a lot of like old kind of, what do you call it, lore about
Lore?
how these things can only come into your house if you welcome them
If you
in.
invite them.
Aye. So her Jenna's doormat's actually a picture of Gandalf, and it says, "You shall not pass."
Alright.
So there's an evil spirit. They're showing up and they're going, "Oh, all right then." On to
I'll
the
go
next
door.
Next door.
And does she feel that she's avoided some haunted encounters?
I don't know. I've no followed up.
Like she ever had like an evil spirit in her house? Does she
I don't
feel?
think so. No, that she's mentioned
works.
it. So I think it must work. Aye.
You're supposed to put salt around yourself, like salt in a circle. I saw that in Hocus Pocus.
Right. All right. What we did? What? Sorry. What? In what instance are we using salt in yourself?
If there's an evil spirit kicking about
No, that's slugs.
or slugs,
You put
you're
salt in
protected
yourself.
for both. Double whammy.
The most evil things on the planet.
I know, 'cause slugs can kill your dog.
I don't have a dog.
I don't know if
They
they
kill
can
my
kill
cat?
cats. Your cat doesn't go out unless you've got slugs in your house.
Don't. No, that I've seen.
Slugs carry like lungworm.
Oh, aye.
And that's why you've got to get your dog wormed and all that.
And if they eat a slug, they'd be fucked.
Well, if it's carrying that particular parasite, then they would be if they're no wormed.
Oh.
So get your dogs wormed and
Your dog's
people get your dogs wormed. Also, some wormers don't work anymore because the worms have become resistant to them. Same with the flea medication. So
science.
I know science. Oh, before you came up, I was watching. Well, is it science? Have you saw that thing in the on doing the rounds now, and it's this wee fish with hundreds of teeth?
Please don't. Please don't. I was crying for like an hour. I'm going to start greeting.
Well, I've only just kind of tuned into it because I saw wee bits and bobs. But what is it? A fish floated up to the fucking water?
She swam all the way up to the top.
It was
We
a
can't
woman.
talk about it. It was a girl, right? And she was teeny. Did you see her? She was this size.
That's actually no teeny.
It's teeny because she looks big in the video.
Oh,
Then when you
right,
see her,
right.
she's actually tiny.
Right.
And she swam. She must have been swimming for weeks, they said, because she
Mhm.
lives down in the.
Depths of the.
So
Right.
the only light she'll ever seen is the wee light that's on the end of her head.
Why is there a light on the end of her head?
So she can see where she is.
Was that real?
The light?
The wee
Aye,
light?
She's like one of the weird fish that you see and that live pure, that have never seen light. They live in the pure dark, and she's an anglerfish.
Oh my god, was that? I didn't even. I thought maybe I didn't know. So nature has made a wee like kind of lamp on her forehead.
Yeah, like wee reading light.
That's cute.
I know, and she swam all the way up to the top and she died.
Why did she do that?
They don't know. They say she could have done it because she was injured.
Right.
She, what are you? She could have been looking for a mate,
Right.
or she could have been sick and just wanted and just was like, oh.
And she swam up to.
She swam up to the top.
Took her weeks.
Seen the sun would have took her weeks.
Maybe she was trying to escape something.
Aye, and
And she's just fucking
it
fed up.
killed her. It killed her.
Right.
She's just fucking fed up.
Aye.
No, she was a wee baby one.
Maybe she's just like the Little Mermaid.
Somebody on TikTok was pure horrible and made it like no horrible, but made like a pure Disney Pixar style cartoon of it.
Aye,
It
I
was as
saw
if she
that.
was just looking for a wee pal.
Aye.
And please, I'm on my period and I can't take another second.
I don't know why
greeting
that
about this fish.
it's no moving me because fish are 10 a penny. I mean, that wee one is a bit different. I would like that one with the wee headlamp on. That is cute.
She swam for weeks.
Idiot.
She's a wee. So I just don't know why, right? But I was literally.
Did they catch her?
What do you mean?
Like, how do they know this? Was she floating about and then somebody picked her up?
There was divers that saw her.
Right.
I was literally like breaking my heart about this on Sunday night, like bawling, and I went into the room. Stephen was like, "What is it?" Yeah. There was a fish. He was like, "Right." He was like, "Stop it."
It was actually pure cute. I mean, it had big, like, weird teeth, but I quite like weird teeth.
She's scary. Girl, you were scary. But I've still cried for you, alright?
Oh, this wee fish doesn't even know she's at the centre of a
She's literally,
internet.
I know. It's just pure, it was just, I don't know why, but I was pure devastated. Well, I think I don't know why. I'm just the kind of person who cries, yeah.
I think a lot
That
of people
kinda
were
thing.
quite moved by it.
But I'm also bleeding very heavily.
Did you have any pet fish when you were wee?
I had this goldfish that I won at like at a fun fair.
Aye.
In Troon when I was like 5, and that fish lived for like 12 years.
That's crazy.
I brought it home, and no, I'd had fish before that and they'd all died, like pure quick. This fish lived forever, and my mum and dad got quite into the fish. We got like a really good fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
My mum worked at the whiskey bond, and she used to bring home all these wee glass balls for the tops or the insides of bottles or what, I don't know where they were for, to put in the bottom of the fish tank, so it looked pure cool, and we'd added loads of fish. I had like a few fish that lived for quite a long time.
Aye.
And
What were their names? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Try to know the name of my first fish. Lorna.
I think Lorna. Why?
Don't know.
Lorna. I think one of my fish was called Tiger, mine was called Lily.
See, that's
they
me.
were like fantail fish. They were beautiful.
Aye, that makes
one
sense.
looked kind of tigery, and one was more like girly looking.
Mine was just Lorna.
I can't remember the goldfish's name. I feel terrible about that now. Lorna's good.
We had fucking hundreds of fish and all. Beavis and Butthead. Can't mind the other two's names. Would you ever get fish again? I quite like them.
They're lovely to watch, but I think they actually require quite a lot of upkeep, and people don't.
You've got to empty the tank out and
It's got to be the right temp.
honking.
Like it's.
Oh,
there's a lot to.
it's got to be the right temperature. Do you want to know what my ma done?
What?
My brother got they had to, at his nursery, they all got a shot of like the fish.
What do you mean? Take them home?
Take the fish home, look after it, and then the next week it would be somebody else that could
As
take
a
the fish.
parent, I would be like, no.
This is back in the day.
No thanks.
This is back in the day when mothers were mothers. When the mother stayed at home.
Right.
And
Looked after the fish.
looked after the family
the
and
neighbourhood
the
fish.
So he got this fish home, and my ma was cleaning the tank out. You know how you have to transfer them into like other water. I can't remember if it was one fish or like more than one fish. Transfer it into the water, then you clean out the tank and all that. But then my ma felt sorry for the fish because the water was so cold. So she made the water a wee bit warmer and killed the fish. She's trying to be nice.
No, but she has murdered fish.
She murdered the fish. Well, manslaughter. Fish slaughter. No, what would you call it?
Accidental fish.
What would it be? Like, she was trying, she had the best intentions.
She did. That's a sin. She must have felt terrible.
Aye. And like, it's like Lenny and, have you read of Mice and Mice of Men? Mice of Men.
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men. When Lenny, the big idiot.
Wow. Wow. We can't say that anymore.
Lenny, the big, what would you call him?
Well,
let's Google.
I don't want to say words of that nature.
I know, because, hold on, Lenny.
Class clown.
No, he was like a farmhand or something, I'm sure. Lenny of Mice and Men. He is a kind person with limited intellectual abilities.
Limited intellectual
I'd probably
abilities.
fancy him.
Oh, aye, 100%.
Sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Although, was he a kind person? Aye, so he pets the mice and kills them. Or it like squeezes them too much and kills them.
There's only
by
so many
accident.
pets a rabbit can take. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know, in Motherland, when they go to the nativity,
Aye.
the woman can pet a rabbit, and Julius Pierre. How many pets can one rabbit take? There's like a million of them, and then Anne's Pierre, 15,000 pets.
What? I can't remember this. What happens? Explain this to me.
Because
Because I've saw Motherland loads.
They're in the queue for the nativity.
Aye.
And it's like, I'll pet the rabbit or whatever. And Julius Pierre, all these ways. She's like, how many bloody pets can one rabbit take? And then Anne's like, 15,000 or something like that, or whatever. Pierre is just like, about 15 minutes of petting per day.
I can't specifically remember that bit.
Pierre, oh my god, Anne's pet a rabbit to death once. Aye, so
Aye.
don't pet your rabbit too
And
much.
don't warm up the fish water.
No.
They're cold water fish.
You like it cold. Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I can see the logic of it.
they must have a really good mental health.
Who?
Fish.
Oh, 'cause they're cold water swimming.
All that cold water.
I remember, and they don't remember anything, so
They've really got it made.
they have. I want to come back as a fucking goldfish. Just pure buzzing out my tits, 'cause apparently cold water is the same as like taking lines of cocaine, according to people. And you don't remember anything bad.
That is good cold water.
Mm.
You've not tried that?
No, I have. I've been in cold water. I've done like plunge pools and all that. I think it's a lot of shite. I actually do. I think it's just the relief of getting out of the cold water just makes you feel good.
No, I think you feel good when you're in the water. You feel like I always, though I don't know if I'm kind of a bit desensitized to it, 'cause I always run my shower like freezing cold for the last minute. But sometimes, some days more than others, it'll hit me harder. And sometimes when I turn the tap off, I'm a bit dizzy. I feel like, whoo, like a pure whoosh.
Dizzy all the time, man.
I know. No, but it's a good dizzy. It's like, whoa,
No.
man.
There's no good dizzy, Amanda.
Cool.
No. No.
Really bad dizzy on Friday night. Nearly fainted on stage.
Oh,
Okay.
aye.
Came off stage before. Was supposed to be in 15 minutes. I think I got to like 13 and a half. And then I was literally seeing stars. And I was like, you're going to collapse in front of 150 people on Valentine's Day.
Would have made a good clip. You should have just fucking stayed there.
I think I'll ask for the footage, actually.
Aye, you should.
Just so I can
Just so you can see.
see what, because they were like, oh, we couldn't tell. Like the lyrics, oh, you'd never know.
But you'll be able to tell.
But I was literally like,
You should, and then we can have a wee look at it.
aye,
Put it up.
I will. Hey, can I have the footage? No, because it was good and I want to share it. But I was fighting a big faint the whole time. And I want to just see how obvious it is to me and my friends. It was so bad. I actually got down on the flare at one point
Aye.
for a bit that I would never need to get down on the flare, but it was a good opportunity to get down on the flare.
That stage is very small as well, and the audience are very close to you.
Aye, if I'd have fainted, I'd have hit somebody. That's the
Aye.
thing. Like, it's no like I'd have just landed on the stage.
Aye, there's really nowhere to go.
Somebody was getting crushed. I could have woke up
Maybe
with a glass in my eye. Do you know what I mean?
might
I
have crowd surfed you.
might have. But it was a great gig. I had a pure good time as well. Apart from the fainting, I came off stage and I was like, oh my god, I was going to faint there. But Amy was like, it's alright, and got me a wee can of Coke and a wee tea cake. And I had that and I was like, oh.
You're like, no, I'm boycotting Coke.
Forgot about that. I didn't buy it, so I did bought. I was like, a much more ethical faint remedy, please.
No, in fact,
No, I gulped it down actually.
the Glasgow stand, I don't know why the Edinburgh stand hasn't incorporated this then. They're doing that, is it Karma Cola or like, is it the Palestinian Cola?
Aye, I think
Or is it just an ethical cola? And it's pure beautiful.
Is that?
Aye.
I would never drink Coke anyway. It's just not a drink that I drink.
I used to drink Coke But really, does it taste nice, or did we all just like the caffeine?
It's pure sugary.
It's mad. No, but I was Diet Coke,
I mean,
full of caffeine.
Diet Coke's fucking rank.
I think Coke's rank. It makes my teeth feel squeaky.
Fuzzy.
It's horrible.
Aye, but I did drink a whole can on Friday because I was like, and then I went to the toilet and my period came and I was like, right, okay.
That makes sense.
Right, okay, it's just been a perfect storm. I've not been feeling very well. I had my dinner too early. I took half a beta blocker when I've only been taking a quarter. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what I was I wasn't thinking. I was tired.
You got cocky with the blockies.
I got I did. And then I went on the stage and my the adrenaline just wasn't hitting as hard as it normally would hit. And I was like, I'm going to die out here.
I think you need to stop taking beta blockers. Come on.
Ugh.
Grow up, Amanda.
I actually can't.
Just grow up. Who cares if you're a wee bit shaky? Nobody gives a fuck. They can't even notice.
They can
I've noticed a lot of people.
do this.
No, it's like a weird. It's not even like a nervous shake, but it's something that a lot of comedians do. I can't quite describe it.
Right, I'd be like this.
Oh. Have you never done a gig without beta blockers?
I did it at Glee last week because I remember.
Oh, aye.
And I did it during the Fringe because we were flying and I just forgot to take it.
And were you shaking?
No, on the outside, but on the inside, I was trembling in my wee boots.
Cares?
Me, I want to be comfortable as possible.
No.
So on Saturday when I went back, I had to do the early show and the late show. I literally had like a fifth of a bit. Like I had like a crumb,
Aye.
and that was fine.
It's just psychological, probably.
No, it's definitely physical as well. Like it really steadies my heart rate a wee bit instead of being pure. Boom, 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 boom.
But you're never. You need to expose yourself. It's like exposure therapy. You need to, so that you actually. You're not going to be like that forever. You're never going to be able to work through it if you don't go through it.
Do you know what? My therapist said this, and you know you get loads of fucking worksheets when you go to therapy, and she said, try dating it with a beta blocker, and I did, and it was a pure shite quiet gig to like 6 people. And I had to leave the mic in the stand because I was too shaky to even take the mic out the stand.
But you're talking about like that was way back when you were first started doing comedy.
No, I was a good 2 years in.
Alright.
No, not really.
How long have you been doing it for?
No, not really. Well, I did a few gigs in 2019, but really I'd say I started in 2021 for real. Do you know what I mean? Because I never...
And when was this gig, the one that you were shaking?
2021.
Aye, after COVID.
Or was it 2022? I can't remember what year I got therapy.
Well,
maybe
listen,
2022.
I just don't think you should be popping beta blockers. You don't know what long-term effects it's going to have.
No, maybe I'll die.
Maybe they'll kill you.
Maybe. Did pure think I was going to die on Friday.
See?
I was like, my heart's going to stop when I'm driving home. I'm going to kill hundreds of people in this motorway.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I was absolutely fine. But that did cross my mind, obviously. And I did say to Stephen, what if my heart stops and I die in the car? He said, if you feel faint, just pull here. And I was like, oh, it's that easy, is it?
I know. That happens, but didn't it? People have like heart attacks and all that at the wheel.
Aye. And luckily I didn't. But I thought I might have.
I'm going to look up long-term effects of beta blockers.
Please don't. I swear to God, you better. Don't do it.
I won't tell you, but I'll not tell you what it says.
Don't even look at me because you'll tell me with your eyes. I don't want to know. I don't care. I need them. This is my medication. If you're on a medication, look up the long-term effects of that.
It affects your mood. It can affect your mood, right?
Why are you telling me things?
So, like, maybe you wouldn't be a pure sad sack if you were.
No, I think that's if you're taking them all the time.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't think I'm a sad sack. Really.
I was a joke. See? You can't take a joke.
I can't even know. I actually can't. I'm on my
Neither
period.
can I.
And honestly, like last night, what did Stephen say to me? I was trying to write my show.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept picking up my phone. He was like, how many times do you think you've picked up your phone? And I was pure, shut up. I was pure, why are you being, just make me feel guilty. I was like, I'm finished writing for the night. And he was like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to help you. And I'm pure, well, if you try to help me, you could be like, oh, let's talk through your show. What bit are you writing? What bit are you? I was like, but you don't want to help me. You just want to shame me. And he was pure, fuck's sake, all right.
Is Stephen addicted to his phone?
No. No, like, he's no on Instagram and it and TikTok and it, like, he's got a Facebook account, but he's only.
Oh, I'd love that.
But he will sit on his phone at times, but he's mostly just reading news and playing bricks and balls, and then he's no like me.
I'm addicted to my phone and it's really, really getting out of control.
It's
if
horrible.
anybody can help me, I was looking up books to read, like to get off your phone, because I was like, this isn't right.
See that Opal app that I've been using?
Oh, yeah, that shite. I don't want any of the apps that lock you out or that.
Why?
I just want to be able to do it myself.
But this helps you start to be able to do it yourself.
Does it, but?
Because see when you because it analyses your actual, it takes all the data for your phone and it'll say something to you like, you're on track to spend 32 years on your phone. And then you're like, fucking hell.
I know. I've
And
already probably
that
spent...
literally should be enough for me to be like, right, okay. But it's no. I need to actually be locked out of these apps by this other app.
See, I do, like, but then I'm like, is it bad? Is it bad?
Aye, that is bad.
I know, it's making me depressed, I think.
There's so much. We're just sitting consuming loads of horror.
I need to know what's going on in the world, but...
No, but you should just allocate a time, right? I'm going to look at the horrors for an hour.
Doesn't work.
Half an hour. And then I'm going to live a meaningful life, doing stuff in the world around me is what I would like to do. But I really do struggle with the balance of it. And you know what? TikTok's so funny sometimes as well. Like,
Aye.
sometimes I come off it and I'm like,
Aye.
I feel better now. Do you know what I mean? But then,
Aye.
yesterday, I'm so into this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni lawsuit.
Oh, aye. Because that was what I was going to ask you to talk about, because I've no been tuned into that at all. I just know that it's a funny one, because I'm like, is she the baddie?
She's a baddie, aye.
But remember, Amber Heard was a baddie, but then there's people that say Amber Heard wasn't the baddie.
She's the baddie. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are the baddies.
I fucking
100%.
Can't
Which, by the way,
stand Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Never liked the cunt.
I think he's a bad guy. I think he's maybe like
Abusive.
maybe
Aye. You can tell the way he like jokingly pure has his like pure horrible bants. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just going to get comfy for this. I've got a...
I completely avoid guys on dating apps that say sarcasm or like let's say...
Sorry, what? They say what? They just say sarcasm.
Like, so it's like my love language is... And
sarcasm?
then you've got to fill it
so
like
you're a nasty bastard.
Aye.
Right.
Sarcasm, let's rip the piss out of each other. And you're just like, no, you just
you
want...
do it to them with a pure...
Aye. Just like, fuck off. And by the way, I do actually like somebody that I can... Because I'm not like a...
touchy.
I'm not like a pure...
affectionate.
Like, linguistically, no.
Aye.
It's just like, I do like to have a bit of that with my partner, but I would never swipe on a guy that said that.
Aye. But that's like, me and Stephen are very much like constantly taking the piss at each other.
Aye, that's
but
fine.
It's never... It's never went to a place where I've been like, oh, hold on a minute.
Never?
No, really. If it has, I'd be like, hi.
Aye.
And he'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, alright, sorry.
Aye.
But no, like, I don't know. I could maybe, I don't know. I can't even think. Nothing's even spring to my mind.
Aye.
Why have I told you something?
No, I'm just trying to think back to my past relationships.
And I don't know. He's just no that kind of. He's just not a mean guy.
Ryan Reynolds seems like a mean
He's mean.
guy.
He's mean. He's crazy.
Aye.
He's 100%. They're lying. They're 100% lying. Just looking at the facts of the lawsuit. So I follow this guy who sat for 9 hours reading through the entire lawsuit that Justin Baldoni filed. And he's pure good. His name's Be Better on TikTok. You should look him up and watch all the stories.
Say that.
And now they are all.
I hate people who say Be Better.
It's BEE. We like a wee bumblebee.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, they're going after him now. They're getting his videos taken down and all that sort of stuff. But TikTok had to put it back up because they hadn't actually violated any of the the rules or whatever. And new. So the video I was watching yesterday, it was like the latest updates. All the people that Blake Lively's like subpoenaed for the trial that's coming up, and how she wants access to like 15 people's mobile phones. Like their personal phones.
Aye.
For like, and somebody, it was like a time before they even worked on the film and all, like just pure mental stuff. And it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do it. But that's what she's like insisting happens. Anyway, basically this guy's saying his theory, and I would say I agree, is I think Blake's had feelings for this guy, this Justin Baldoni guy, and he's married. Right, he's married as well, and he's not he's obviously not really felt. He's just like a nice guy who's, I don't know, very like, even in the voice notes part, he's very like emotional and very like open about his feelings and stuff like that. So they're basically saying like, oh, she's thought, hold on a minute, like Ryan's nothing like that. Ryan's caught on to it, and then started turning up on the set and all this sort of stuff,
right?
And demanding to see the dailies, basically all the footage that's ever been taken, the film ever, like all the footage that's been shot ever.
Pure controlling.
But it was Blake who asked for it, which is so weird because why would she ask for that? Like, just watch these guys, but he explains it better. Basically,
this guy saying she was trying to batter into him. He was having none of it. Ryan Reynolds comes up, looks at the footage, sees her like kinda flirting with the guy or whatever, and she's been like, no, he was like trying to, he's been inappropriate or whatever.
Aye, basically they've been
to
like
cover herself.
Aye.
Right. Why would you think that was going to work?
I don't know. But basically, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the actual court case. But all the evidence that she's got doesn't exist, really.
Right.
Like all the evidence that this guy was showing us was very much in favour of Justin Baldoni. So basically they're saying like Ryan's maybe, or another theory is that while they've been discussing like the themes of the film and that sort of thing, it's maybe became quite apparent that her relationship with Ryan's quite, like there's something no right with it. And Justin's maybe broached that with her, and then that's what's happened.
Oh, I saw this speech that she gave. It must have been at some awards thing, and she was pure gushing about him, how he comes home from set with his like costume on.
Right.
'Cause he's just rushing home to get home to me and their weddings and all that, and it was just made me want to vom. But people that are like that publicly have always got fucking something to hide, haven't they?
I think so.
It's just they're doing too much.
It's like, alright, what did they say?
I do think that the mayor,
the mayor,
you're pure trying to prove how
good your relationship is,
Aye.
then the more insecure you're about it.
Aye.
Aye. 100%.
I've always thought he seems like a right shit, though.
Aye.
And I just hate him and his humour.
Did you see the clip of them on SNL the other night?
No. What, were they on SNL?
He was in the audience and he like stood up to ask a question and they were like, "How are you?" And he was like, "I'm fine. How? What have you heard?" Like pure trying to make like a joke about it all,
Aye.
kind of thing. And it's like, I think you're just doing that to.
How was she on SNL?
They were in the audience. No, they were just in the audience.
Why
It was
were they
like
in
the
the audience?
50th. It was like SNL. It was like the 50th year
Aye.
or something like that. And it was like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were like hosting a bit, and it was like any questions or whatever. And then he stood up in the audience and wanted to ask something. They were pure, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds, how are you? How are you?" And he's pure, "Well, I'm fine. How? What have you heard?" Like everybody's laughing. It's like, nah, that's him just trying to show that he's still very much like, I don't know, liked or whatever within Hollywood or whatever.
I mean, you just never know, man. It could all take a turn.
I know. But that's the thing. See, before when it came out, so because I was like, oh my god, that's terrible for Blake Lively when she was obviously saying that she got pure. What did she say happened?
What was it? She was actually
sexually harassed.
what did she actually accuse me? Like what specifically?
Being inappropriate, no having a intimacy coordinator and all this sort of stuff. But there is.
There was one.
Aye.
But how? See if there was an intimacy coordinator. Is that no the producer's fault or whatever? The person that's
He is the. So they both. She pure bullied him to go on with his script as well. Sorry. She pure bullied him into going with her version of the script as well. Because she pure brought Taylor Swift into it.
Right, so hold on a minute. So did they write this?
Aye.
They wrote it.
So obviously it was a book and it was adapted for like screenplay, and it was Justin Baldoni did a script, but then I think she wanted control of it, and they ended up going with Blake's version of the script, even though apparently his is way better.
Right.
And she was like pure putting pressure on him, saying that she's got dragons.
I saw this as well.
So
What the
stupid.
fuck is she talking about with the pure Game of Thrones references?
She's basically saying that she's got Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds in her back pocket and they can make things happen, so give me what I want.
Oh, really?
Aye. And now Taylor's news came out and said, "Oh, I'm taking a step back for her because she's using me, blah blah blah."
Right, so the way I read that, because I didn't know anything, was like she was trying to... I didn't know that was for her to get her version of the script.
Aye.
I thought that was like for her to like get something to happen like with the script. I didn't know that was for her to get her own way with the script.
Aye, I think aye. Well, that's
Why would she
that's
say
how
that to
happened.
him?
Don't know.
But so what did he say to that?
There's a voice note
Right.
that's in response to that where he's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you felt like," because I think she was basically saying, "Oh, you're not taking me seriously or artistically or whatever, blah 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 blah." And then it was like, "And I've got these dragons or whatever who can like bane it." Like it was like always trying to like threaten to bribe him. And I think he replied really like in quite a nice way.
Aye, that's what I don't get. If somebody was pure...
But apparently she is just a fucking nightmare.
Aye, I mean, she does seem...
Anyway, so after she first came out accusing him, whatever, I was like, "Oh, it's terrible." Then it was like, no, she's rang, and then it was as if, so Zara Gladman shared this thing, and it was how his PR team had plotted like a smear campaign against Blake, and apparently they told her to say all that stuff in the press tour and all that when the film was coming out, that made her look pure stupid. Remember, everybody was like, she looks like a fucking idiot, why is she talking about putting her florals on and going to see. And I was like, oh my god, it's terrible. I pure believed that she was a fucking idiot. But then that's actually no 100% true. Aye. So, I don't know. Waiting to see what happens.
When is a court? Will there be a court case?
Well, they have to file their response by the 15th of March. They asked for an extension. So they're in like discovery now, where they're just getting all their evidence together or whatever. They've asked for an extension, and the judge said to them, like Blake and Ryan, the judge said to them, no. Like, I don't see any good reason to give you an extension if you're just procrastinating in it. Like, you're not getting one.
Right.
Oh no, he said, like, I think the 18th of February or something's a holiday. Is that the day? So he was like, so you can have one extra day. He's like, we are not getting 3 more weeks. Get lost. So it's just waiting to see what happens next. I'll keep you posted, because every time he uploads a video, I watch it.
Are you going to him? Is there anybody else but that's sticking up for her that you're watching, so that you're
No, he's no sticking up. The thing is, see, at the start of these videos, he was just laying it. He's like, I'm being very unbiased. This is the facts. He's like, here's the facts that are presented in this lawsuit. Blah 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 blah. And obviously, it looks terrible on her because they're obviously in the ring, I think. And so then they started going after him. So now he is getting a bit personal with it. And I'm like, that's fair enough. So no, I'm sticking with him.
Okay.
Plus, these videos are like 10 minutes long. I don't have time to watch another version of the events.
Right.
You know, I'm just going to stick with him.
Okay.
I trust this guy. He's smart. And then I got into loads of these other videos about the downfall of other people and stuff like that. And I was like, yes.
Who?
Just like, what's that guy called who used to go out with that Eliza Koshy?
Don't know who that is.
David Dobrik? No, they were just like YouTubers. I was watching a video about him yesterday and how...
Anybody I would know?
Don't think so.
What's happening with the P Diddy thing? You're not hearing much about that now.
That's what everybody in the comments is like, please cover the P Diddy case.
I know,
please
but like,
cover that.
even like, nobody's talking about it at all.
I know, it's mental.
And the Jay-Z, how everybody just seems to fucking forgot about that.
I know.
Like, he's pure cutting about the
Grammys.
And like, was it the Super Bowl or not?
I don't know.
Was he the one that got Kendrick the Super Bowl, Jay-Z?
Why would he be?
Because he's on the board or something?
I don't know.
I think he did, right? And see if it turns out that fucking Jay-Z is a beast. That makes Kendrick Lamar a bit of a hypocrite.
Don't you dare.
No, but it does.
It does.
You can't just pick and choose your pedos.
Right, but look at it like this. People do pick and choose their pedos.
They do. They do.
Alright. You can be a pedo. You're doing that for me, alright, you can be a pedo. Right, this better not come out. I've got tickets to see Kendrick in July, so you better not be ruined for me before then.
Who are you going with?
Kim.
Cheers for the invite.
I never bought the tickets. Would you have went?
I've been a fan for longer than you. You're like getting him because of this.
No, I've always liked his music.
No,
I wasn't
no.
I fucking have.
You didn't even know about the beef.
Aye. You don't need to know about the beef.
You did. It was the most historical like moment. No, even just like his career. Like hip hop rap history.
If you go into my Spotify rap for the last few years, he's always been a top artist. Always.
Can you believe you're pure sned away?
You have never expressed an interest in Kendrick Lamar in a way that made me think you would want to go to that.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Are you kidding?
a concert, a Kendrick Lamar concert.
Aye.
You can still come. You
So
can
do
get a
I
ticket.
come? More than welcome.
Also, if
You're
you were
more
that
than
big a
welcome to
fan,
come.
you would have known that the
You're
tickets
more
were
than welcome to
You
come.
were going. You would have known. You're more than welcome.
More than welcome to
You
come.
would have known the tickets were
Shove
going
it
on
up your
sale,
arse.
and you would have said to me, "Oh, do you fancy going to this?"
No, because I don't really go to concerts.
What are you moaning for?
Cause it'd be nice to get an invite. I hope it turns out that Jay-Z is a pedo and you can't fully enjoy the experience. Are you doing it, Ethan?
No, we went to the cinema to see that Dog Man film.
Oh, aye, my nephew went to see that. Was it good?
No, it was terrible.
Was it shite?
It was the worst film. Normally, I pure enjoy a Wayne's film, but it was honestly pure shite.
What is Dog Man? I don't really know much about it. Like, what part of him's a dog? Is he got a dog head or a dog body?
Well, it's meant to be a dog head and a guy's body, but he had dog horns. Like, the horns were the same colour as the head.
Right.
And
That's inconsistent.
he barked like a dog. And it was awful. It was awful. And, like, the baddie in the film was a cat who cloned himself to have, like, a wee cat who was then, like, his Wayne. I don't know. It was honestly the worst thing ever, right? And in the film, in the cinema, down the front, there was just, like, 8 Waynes just running about, pure screaming for the last half hour of the film.
Aye, 'cause who's got the attention span as a Wayne to sit through a film,
I know,
especially these days?
like an hour and a half long. But I was also just like, right, your Wayne's only watching the film. Why are you still sitting here?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Like, get your coats.
Did nobody come in and get them into trouble?
No, they were literally pure screaming, running up and down. Which is like, I don't mind, right? Because as a parent, I'm like, right, I'd hate to be the parent whose Wayne was doing that, but I'd be too embarrassed and I'd be like, right, we need to leave.
Aye.
But they were just letting them pure run amok and nobody was saying anything. And it was a wee bit distracting. No, that the film, I think everybody was probably thinking this film's so shite that I don't care.
You don't mind.
But had that been like Inside Out 2 or something, I'd have been like, no, you need
I'd
to.
probably get your money back. Just be like, oh, they ruined that film for us.
Oh, actually, I need to get, because what I did was I booked, that was Saturday, but I booked it for the Friday. I'd booked tickets for the Friday and showed up on Saturday and was like, ching, and they were like, you have booked tickets for the wrong day. So, like, you need to go to the desk and buy more tickets and then we'll refund you these ones.
Aye.
And they've not refunded me yet, actually. I
Well,
just remembered
you should
that.
ask for a refund for both.
And the tickets were they were like a £5 more expensive in the cinema than they were online.
So pictures is shite now.
I was like, this is a fucking joke, man.
Aye.
You honestly spend like 75 quid.
Aye. If you like get all the sweeties out of the pictures.
Well, I don't normally get all the sweeties, but sometimes especially if we're going with Ethan, he'll quite like to get like a slushy and maybe
Aye.
a hot dog. He's not into popcorn, which is fine.
Aye.
But I was just like, fuck's sake. And it's just reminding me I've not actually got my money back for it yet.
Well, you better.
I fucking better. It was like 29 quid that I'd paid online for a day like the Odeon seats because they're reclining.
Aye. The last time I went to the pictures, it was Wicked. It was the Grosvenor or whatever it's called. That was quite good.
Oh, aye. Was it
Quite
the one with
comfy.
the wee couches?
Aye.
I do like the Grosvenor because I like the wee lamps and all that. But the seats pure squeak.
Aye.
Like every time somebody sits down, it sounds like a big fart.
Aye. That did happen several times during the pictures.
We saw like a pure serious film in there. The one about the Magdalene laundries.
Oh my god.
And but like at Hunters I put like pure quiet points, so you just hear pure.
Aye.
And it was so funny. I've not felt that way about a children's film because it's a children's film. It doesn't need that. Do you know what I mean? But it also does. You need to think about the adults who have to take the children to see the film.
Aye.
There needs to be something in it
Aye.
for them.
we've kind of been spoiled that way. They do tailor it for adults, like when you're watching Shrek and all that
Aye,
stuff.
but they didn't. I remember when I went to see Shrek, it was the day that I finished primary 7.
Is it?
Aye, and I was pure devastated, pure greeting. My mum took us to the cinema to see Shrek, and it was pure good, obviously. And then we went back with my dad. She was obviously like to my dad, "Oh, you would have loved that." And we went back with my dad, and I'm not joking. My dad was laughing louder than anybody in the cinema, and I was kind of embarrassed. Like I was like, "All right, fuck's sake."
If you're not getting it, what was he laughing at?
I like I pure didn't get obviously the pure like adult jokes. He was pure pissing himself at bits, and I was just like, "What?" So there was nothing for the adults in it at all. There's a load of new horror films coming out that I'm excited to see. This year, so they better be good.
Well, that's one thing you don't need to invite me. Because no, they're not for me. Right, we're gonna go.
Bye.
So come along to the shows.
Come along.
23rd of, so it'll be Thursday when this is it. Sunday,
23rd.
there's Material Girl live at the stand as always, and then St Paddy's Day the live show. So come to that. Fern Brady and Alison Spittle, both guests. We might change the title to Enemies. We don't know.
We might. Besties and enemies.
Aye. Right, bye.
Bye.